Today our topic is CRO, cathode ray oscilloscope. We know that CRO is used in laboratory instrument for measurement of frequency waveform. And what is the main component of CRO? CRT is the main components of the CRO, and its main component is electron gun assembly, deflecting plate, fluorescent skin. These are the main components of it. So if we draw the CRO internal structure, then there is a base is connected to pins, then it goes to the fluorescent skin. The electron beam emits from here, and electron beam goes to the, there are the focusing anode and accelerating anode, pre-accelerating anode. This is the accelerating focusing anode, and here is the accelerating anode. Here is the deflating plate, aqua means a phosphorus skin, and this is the aqua guard coating. So CRO, the main components is the electron gun. What is the significance of electron guns? There is some bullet emits from the gun, then similarly uh, electrons are emitted from the cathodes. So it is called electron gun. It consists of the control grid, focusing anode, accelerating anode. These are the main components of it. The main control grid, if the density of the electron depends upon the control grid. Control grid, this is the control grid, and here is the cathode. The electrons deflect goes in this direction. So if the control grid controls the brightness and intensity control, if the control grid is made positive with respect to the density of the electron having the cathode, then the more positive voltage will appear. Is the, in the other hand, the control voltage is less negative, then the control consequently the spot increases. So the it's control the brightness or intensity. High positive voltage applied to the accelerating anode with respect to the cathode, so that the it depends upon through it, and that there are two anode, focusing anode and the final accelerating anode. So what are the function of its? The action of the anode system is analogous to the optical lens focusing to the beam of the light. It consists of anode voltage refers to the electron optical system. The focusing anode positive voltage with respect to cathode. A higher positive voltage applied to the final accelerating anode with respect to cathode. Focusing the opening the relative voltage with respect to the final accelerating anode. It is usually final accelerating fixed and focusing anode by the charging the focusing voltage. And the second part of is the deflating plate. Deflating plate, what a deflating system? What is the deflating system? It's the component a pair. Suppose we take the plate here A and B. A, here is the B, and electron, there is the skin. If there is no deflection, so A and B should goes to the skin O. If we applied a, this is the direction, if we applied a voltage, a positive voltage to the A with respect to the B, then the electrons goes to the direction P1. If opposite, then it goes to the P2 direction. So it depends upon the voltage, how it is positive or negative is applied. So voltage applied, the vertical deflection plate the beams to the vertical direction, and horizontal direction it's transfer the beam to the horizontal direction. So if we applied the fluorescent scheme, the next component is the fluorescent scheme. What is the fluorescent scheme? The inner part of the plate of CRT is coated in the figure. This is the fluorescent scheme. The inner part of the CRT is coated with the material. This is known as phosphor. The phosphor absorbs the kinetic energy of the incident electrons and re-emits the energy is visible light. Thus, the spot of the light is produced, and there are the lights, and the yellow green light, which is the sensitivity of human, is high, then it is produced to the general purpose oscilloscope. So owing to there are these are the main components of the CRO, and with deflection sensitivity of the electron, it depends upon particle it depends upon sensitivity. It's usually expressed by mimi per volt, and it is the reciprocal of the deflection factor. Electron deflection and electrostatic, there are the magnetic deflection, there are the two deflection occurs in CRO, cathode ray oscilloscope. And it's we know that what is the electrostatic deflection and magnetic static deflection. We have the wave, there are the some difference between that. The electrostatic needs little power deflection, but the magnetic fields require large power to consume the electromagnetic. And electrostatic deflection can be employed at higher frequency magnetic deflection than the magnetic deflection. And electrostatic deflection is falls rapidly with increasing the anode voltage than the case of the magnetic deflection. So these are the difference between the two waveforms. And if we see the waveform in the figure, there is the sinusoidal wave, then this is the waveform, this is the x direction, this is the y direction. So x direction, suppose this is 1, then it is 1 volt, then it is divided into 5 part, all is 0.2. Similarly, suppose this is 1, all are divided 0.2. There are 5 parts. In its laboratory we have seen. So total is peak to peak voltage. So these are the components